Give a girl the right shoes and she can conquer the world. That's by Marilyn Monroe. Hello everyone, you're welcome to Style 411 TV, your style, fashion, lifestyle and beauty TV show. My name is Rhoda Ebu, your host, and today I'll be talking to two incredible leather fashion designers. Don't go anywhere. Today I have two amazing leather brand designers joining me on the couch. I have Mezzi, Leroy, and I have Dorothy Ughenu. Welcome to the show, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Now, we have a tradition on the show. We have what you call the glam cam, which is a 360 of your fabulosity. So please, Leroy, we'll start with you. Step into our glam cam.
Okay.
Thank you so much. You look so good. I love your mules.
Thank you.
Clearly, they are made by you, right?
Definitely.
I can see your logo. That's awesome. All right, Dorothy, let's have you on the glam cam. Thanks, you guys look so amazing. I love your I like the fact that both of you came here representing your brand. Dorothy, I love your mules. They are gorgeous. And Leroy, you told me I love your mules. So welcome to the show. So today we'll be talking about leather fashion in Nigeria. And the awesome thing is that both of you not only do bags, you do footwear as well.
Okay.
So I'm just going to start. How lucrative is the leather industry in Nigeria? Leroy, I'll start with you.
It is very lucrative in the sense that in 2016, the NESG, National Economic Summit Group, they quoted the leather goods industry to, they proposed that it worth about $1 billion by 2025.
Right.
Yes. Now, currently, the Nigerian leather industry exports about $100 million worth of leather goods yearly.
Exports?
Exports.
Interesting.
Yes. The Nigerian leather industry is second to crude oil.
Really?
Yes.
This is my first time of hearing that.
Yes.
Okay.
Nigerian leather industry for revenue is second to crude oil for Nigerian revenue. So now this is a very big industry and it's still at early stage. So if we can promote this industry collectively, the opportunities are limitless.
Okay, so with all that you've said and, you know, you've just talked about how big the industry is. Yeah. How lucrative is this for the designer? Dorothy, you want to tell me more about that?
Well, it is lucrative, but we have a lot of bottlenecks in Nigeria because when you look at it, we don't have a defined retail structure. That's a problem. There's no funding. That's a problem. Infrastructural problems. That's a problem. There's so many people's mindsets. People would rather wear carry a fictional bag than wear an authentic dot bag, you know. And when you ask them, say, Chanel now, the logo is there. And they'd rather pay thousands, they'll rather pay $150K for a fictional bag. And we know how much a Chanel bag is, $3,000 at least, than buy a dot bag that might be less than $50K or less than 100,000 naira. So there's so many problems. It's absolutely lucrative. When you look at other designers abroad, even in Africa, when you look at places like Ethiopia, Madagascar, how they are developing their leather industry. It is phenomenal. I read something that I think Ethiopia, they have a plant that makes 100,000 pairs of shoes a day.
A plant?
Yes. In Nigeria, we have, because most of our things are done manually, it's 120 pairs a day. So there's a vast difference. Vietnam.
So 120 pairs a day in Madagascar?
In Nigeria, manually. And in Ethiopia, they're making 100,000 pairs. There's a vast difference.
The gap is huge.
Yeah, very.
Vietnam, they have a population of 96 million people. They make 760 million pairs of shoes. Nigeria makes 48 million pairs.